Hello and welcome back to a new video of the Manu's podcast. What is this about? This is just a podcast made by me, Manuel, and I just talk about things and hopefully give different perspective on things and everything, and I don't know, hopefully it does something. Today, well, what is gonna be about? It's gonna be, you can sort of see my screen. You can see my the web page of this YouTube channel, of my YouTube channel. And yeah, today is the 6th of January 2022. The old year 2021 has passed, and I decided to take this sort of opportunity to sort of reviewing with you how was this year, at least for this channel, and hopefully get some insight with you and give some sort of something different, some sort of content, some sort of reviewing that can obviously is gonna help me, but also it's gonna help maybe you if you want to start doing your own YouTube channel. So how was 2021? Here, this is what you can see is basically my YouTube studio page, and it's my account, my channel, and this is the overview of all 2021 from January 1st to January 31st, and you can see that it was a great year for me. I got a lot of new subscribers. I basically doubled them. If you consider that 125 subscribers is as of today, I got 66 only this year. And how did I achieve that? Well, that's a good question. I'm not sure how the YouTube algorithm works, but we can sort of figure it out together just by looking how the year went through. So here I think you can see the views, here you can see the watch time, and here you see the subscribers, which the subscribers is not really telling much. You can see that most of the time people joined or subscribed, and very few times people left the channel. It happens, it's totally fine. So probably the most interesting ones will be the views and the watch time, which are pretty much, they follow pretty much the same trends. And you probably see, okay, what can I understand it from here? You see that there is a very nice bump at the beginning, then there is this other bump, and things sort of remain constant, and here there is another bump. So let's look at these 3 bumps and try to understand what happened. In here, I started the new year saying, I'm trying to get to give it a try to this YouTube channel. Let's see what happens. And I basically published on my Facebook page an old video that I made. It was sort of funny, but a lot of people watched it, were my contacts. And well, that dropped very fast. As you can see, it was just a one of chance. But then what did I do was basically start my YouTube How to Become a Digital Nomad series. And after I published only 2 videos, you can see that there is just a bump. Meaning, if you publish videos, the YouTube algorithm is gonna help you. And here you can see that you have to keep sort of putting and publishing content. So if you put 2 videos, you basically, it looks like that it goes by levels, and I think that it's all this number of views, it's generally coming from the YouTube algorithm itself. It's not that people are really that into, they see that there is a suggestion and they just click on it most of the time. That's what it looks like to me. So every time I publish, you can see that I get to the same level, but when I stop publishing for how long? From January, from like 1 month or something, you can see that the trend goes down. Then, I don't remember why, I started with the podcasts, which were much easier videos to make. That's why I started them. And you can see that there is a bump because I did a lot of them. And then I sort of dropped also those ones. That was a very particular period for me. It was not easy. Yeah, I can summarize it like that. And well, I sort of kept trying to make those videos, but you can see that the more I try to publish, the more these view counts goes up. And this is all about the number of videos that you put. The content is what it is. It's 10 minutes and it's sort of some sort of topics, which for some are interesting, for some not. So this was what my year has been, and it's very interesting to see it. And what's the message for me and also for them? Just publish a bunch of videos. Well, obviously I'm gonna try to make something interesting, because otherwise I'm not interested to just go for the views. And the reason is that you can see the results of going for the views in the long term. You see some YouTubers that are actually just caring about the views, and they don't care about themselves, and that's actually crazy, because then they actually paying on their body. There are some videos of people just eating, and you can see these people getting fat, and the more they get fat, the more views they get. It's just like I'm not interested in doing that. You could do some sort of funny videos where you make fun of yourself a lot. I'm not really that interested. I like to be funny, but not to ridicule myself, so I wouldn't do that either. And I'm not gonna destroy stuff around, like launching a Mac Pro in a swimming pool just to for the use. I mean, that's pointless. So I'm just gonna continue this, and yeah, so I'm really want to push this one forward, this concept of, okay, let's try to make a bunch of videos and then see what is the view count. So I'm pushing myself to make a challenge for the next 7 days. I'm gonna, that's probably something achievable. That's why I'm just doing it only 7 days, and then I'm gonna have a look at it, what is the result, and then maybe try to do more challenges. But I just want to try to do one challenge. So what is the challenge gonna be? I'm gonna publish one video for the next 7 days. So today is the 6th of January. I'm gonna continue till the 13th. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then let's do also the 9, 13, sort of summarizing what happened. It's not gonna be easy, but I'm gonna try. And it's gonna be all podcast videos. Yeah. So why challenging myself? And so I'm probably gonna go through this sort of article, the importance of challenging yourself. It was made quite some time ago, but I think it's still relevant. And it really made me think, because the end of the year for me, it's always a point of thinking what I did in the year, what it worked, what it didn't work. And I must say that I really, even though I put myself in very stressful situation and challenging situations, and I grew up as a result, I think I could have challenged myself more. But anyway, let's have a look at this article. So July 24th, 2013, doesn't really matter. When caught under pressure, do you find yourself giving up more often than pushing through the difficulties? In the heat of the moment, it seems like the easiest solution is to throw in the towel and move on to something different. We so often sell ourselves short of our true potential because we simply don't have the energy or capacity to push through challenges without the ability to see the value of its defeat. Challenging ourselves to always achieve a level greater than what we expect is beneficial to not only our mental health, but also to our personal well-being. As we conquer challenges that stand in our way, like roadblocks, refusing to allow our passing without confidence in our abilities. Confidence is such an important characteristic of finding the path to success. If you do not believe in yourself, how can you expect others to believe in you? With confidence in your own work comes the reward of the confidence of others in you. Boosting that confidence is the growing self-esteem, which results from taking challenges. When we find ourselves stuck between a rock and a hard place, the worst choice to make is to quit. Giving up on any given task because of the difficulties that fall before you means giving up on yourself. I'm gonna reread this part. Giving up on any given task because of the difficulties that fall before you means giving up on yourself. When you give up on yourself, you lose faith in your skills and knowledge, which consequently leads to a lower self-esteem. If you continue to battle through life's hardships, determine solutions to problems, and focus on putting those solutions into effect, you will find satisfaction in your efforts. It is important to maintain a high level of self-esteem, believe in yourself, and continue to challenge yourself in order to build upon your knowledge in all that you do. Next time you're faced with a challenge, face it. Challenge yourself and prove that you are capable of achieving anything. So I think I didn't read it before, I just read it with you, but I knew that already, that I would agree with it. Why? Because it just says the importance of challenging yourself. It's very important. Regardless of what is the challenge, you should just give it a try. Just think about put yourself in something that you know that you can manage to do, and you know that it's gonna be difficult to achieve it, but you want to just do it. So that's why I'm pushing myself and challenging myself to sort of try to publish continuously for the next 7 days with some all sort of topics. And that's what I'm learning from my past year experience. Try to move on. And on top of it, I also want to go through why I like YouTube so much, why I do like to share my thoughts in here. So there are different reasons. There is also Facebook, or there are different social media when you can share your thoughts. And this is something that I discovered very recently. I didn't really understood it till I read it, or I went through this article very fast. And there are different social medias where you can share your thoughts, and every social media is different. So I mainly use YouTube, Facebook, a little bit of Instagram, and I never thought what were the net positive and net negatives on my mental health. Obviously, this was the article that you're seeing it was made from people aged between 14 and 24 years old, and also the sample is only 1,500 people, so not that much, and only in the United Kingdom. So you might take it as a grain of salt, and you can see that YouTube has in the end a net positive impact on the mental health, while others have tend to be negative. So in fact, I'm also reevaluating my use of social media, but so Why would I use YouTube to share my thoughts? Well, YouTube, because there is a much positive, looks like to be a much positive, there is a much positive community. Facebook, I would just, if I were to share my thoughts in there, I would just target my friends, and I don't really want to put them, you know, they're my friends. It's nice to have fun together. I don't really want to put them, oh, that's what I think. I prefer to have a broader audience where people can choose if they want to hear my thoughts or not. And then there is Instagram, and well, the Instagram you can just put pictures, which in the end I don't really use it that much. It's not for me. So yeah, hopefully this is helpful. This is what I wanted to talk about, having a review of what I did, what happened in particular on the YouTube, on this YouTube channel, and maybe share once in a while what exactly it's all about, somehow, of some insights, what is gonna be the consequences of some things that you do or you not do. You give it a try, and then sort of pushing myself a little bit more, not too much, just a little bit more. I prefer to have something that I can achieve, even, and it's still, I know that it's pretty hard to do. And then I'm gonna probably share with you the results. It's gonna take a while, because as you can see, once you publish stuff, it takes like 1 or 2 weeks time to sort of go show the results. So then what is gonna be the yeah, I'm gonna share it in another video, what is gonna be the next what I'm gonna talk about this here. Obviously random topics, but I also have in mind to do some sort of series like I did last year with how to become a digital nomad. This case will be more about programming, because I'm reviewing a lot of stuff. But yeah, hopefully this was insightful. You see what happens, what can you do making YouTube channel, what's gonna happen if you just publish some sort of random videos about things that you're thinking about. Then maybe you had a thought about, you know, you can challenge yourself, and then where you can challenge yourself, well, you can have different options in the online world. And yeah, it looks like YouTube is still a good place to do it. It's not all pro, there are also cons, but it's a good place to start. So after this, I hope that you enjoyed this video, and hopefully see you in other ones, and have a fantastic week and fantastic year. Happy New Year. And yeah, let's see, hopefully all of this goes well for all of us. See you.